Hi, hello, and good day to all you sorcerers out there. It's imashbuttons, and we're back at it with yet another JJK chapter review, this time for chapter 263, and this chapter is the best one we've gotten in a bit, so let's not waste any time, and let's just jump right into it. So of course, at the end of the previous chapter, that being 262.5, Yuta was preparing to fire off a hollow purple, and hopefully finally put an end to Sukuna, as if JJK would ever let that happen. Naturally, this week's chapter continues from where it left off, and the first thing we see is the barriers of the domain clash crumble, and Sukuna burst forth from the remnants of said domains. To really no one's surprise, he escaped Hollow Purple with minimal added injury, since Yuta was far from comfortable performing such an insane technique. Not willing to let up even for a minute, Yuta bursts forth from the smoke as well, alongside Yuji and Todo, where they charge headfirst into the danger that is combating Ryomen Sukuna. But just like that, Yuta collapses to the ground as he seemingly reached the limits to what he's able to do with Kenjaku's technique, and it's back to just being a 2-on-1 fight. Sukuna is able to catch Todo off guard and hit him with a black flash that simultaneously breaks the Vibra Slap. But, just like in Shibuya when he lost his hand, our favorite big brother improvises and bangs the instrument on his body to continuously activate Boogie Woogie and set up Yuji for a barrage of strikes. This spread page of Yuji blinking around Sukuna is seriously so badass. I'm glad JJK realized that the best moments in the series involve him working alongside Todo and gave us this fight. We get a glimpse into the inner thoughts of Sukuna as he's being pummeled by his nephew, and it's revealed that Yuji's attacks are striking precisely at the barrier between his soul and Megumi's thanks to a binding vow, and are working so well that he thinks he'll lose if he keeps eating them like he is. After a few pages of more fist fighting between the two, Todo feints a swap with Yuji, and just when Sukuna believes the technique didn't work, we see Angel make her return as she floats above him before firing off a maximum output Jacob's Ladder. The chapter ends with a view of the Pillar of Light striking down in Shinjuku, and we're met with the unfortunate news that JJK will be on break next week. I can't lie to you guys, after months upon months of Sukuna surviving every single encounter during the raid with seemingly no end in sight, having a chapter where he finally sees his defeat on the horizon feels so damn good to see. No matter how you felt these last few months about the series itself, you have to admit that this chapter was a complete banger. Yuji continues to impress me with just how much of an absolute monster he is on the battlefield, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I need a Yuji domain expansion before the series ends. People have long speculated that if it existed, it would be one where only hand-to-hand combat is allowed and curse techniques are basically turned off. While it is very fitting and would have worked perfectly a lot sooner in the fight, at this point with how close Sukuna is to defeat, makes me feel like he either won't have it or it's going to be something saved for the merger. If it sounds like cope to you, it probably is, but I've just been really jonesing to see what JJK would cook up for Yuji's domain if he's made us wait this long. As far as Yuta is concerned, I have no idea what is about to happen when we get to that next chapter, but if he's tapped to the point where he can't even move Gojo's body anymore, then we're probably looking at the death of our beloved sweet baby boy. It makes me wonder what will happen with Rika though, since she's obviously tied to Yuta's original body. With JJK making it a point to include her crying over his body in the last few chapters, I can't imagine anything good is going to transpire, and we're gonna have yet another sad moment on our hands. With it recently being revealed that we're currently in JJK's final arc, and how many unresolved plot points there are, it's really become possible that we have an ending akin to something like Bleach's, where it's rushed and let down. You guys know I'm not a doomer about this series, and I'm going to keep an open mind no matter what JJK chooses to do, but I think it'd be best if this fandom tempers its expectations about what this series is. We're nearing the end of this video, so I think it's time I talk my shit and say my piece, but I'll keep it a buck. The disrespect towards Yuta I've seen from this fandom has been outright insane to me. Since the spoilers were coming out, there has honestly been some of the most damning proof I've seen that shows that the majority of people who engage with this series have no media literacy whatsoever. I'll be working on a video to give my concentrated thoughts on the whole matter so as to not tack on any unnecessary runtime to this one. Keep an eye out for that video, as I'm looking to have it out within the next week since we won't have a chapter to review and we want to keep this content train rolling. Thanks for checking out my review of the latest JJK chapter. Let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are on everything that I yapped about this time around. Whilst you're at it, if you like shonen manga or like what I do here and want to support, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It costs no money to show me some love, and it goes a long way for a small channel like mine. Until next time everyone, Be safe out there, be kind to one another, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace!